Hold it! I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. Okay, so I can do this two ways. I know the answers to this trial. I'm gonna, just because this is the tutorial, I'm gonna probably streamline this one a little bit. On a public phone, I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. And we're gonna put this fool in his place. Let's go! Ready? Are you ready? Objection! Found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Look, guys, hold on. Are you certain? Are you sure about that? Are you sure about are you sure about that? I find that hard to believe. Shoot. Oh, my hands are here. There's that hand, and no, this, hold on. Oh gosh. Directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of the death at sometime after 4 p.m. There was nobody no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Huh? Can someone clip that, please? Oh wait, no, I'm not the murderer. Hold on, I have to move myself back. Hold on. I'm gonna move this to the side. Over here.
This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time.
No. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Also, if you're saying that you are a key witness to a murder and you can't even get the time correctly for the body, then it's like, okay, well that puts into suspect like how reliable you are as a witness. Like, that it totally makes sense that you would forget the time, but it still makes your testimony less reliable. Mr. Sawit, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.?
Gee, that's a really good question.
Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart. Wait, I remember now. I'm doing this because I like the music, not because I'm copying it. Would you care to give your testimony again? Bum 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 bum. Sorry, I get so excited. This music is so good. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Television, you say? Something that requires electricity? During a blackout? Sorry, again, I remember how this trial goes. So that's I'm kinda cheating, but, we'll see. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Oh man, remember taping programs? And now you would say like, oh, maybe she was watching something from her PVR. Or something. Or maybe she was watching DoJo Gaming's VOD. And then Dominique said, it's 1 p.m. guys, let's go. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program during a blackout? Sometimes I remember one of the big complaints of this game is that like you'll know what the answer is and you have to get through so much dialogue of the characters not knowing what the answer is. And it's just like, dude. And sometimes it's like I know for me, even as a kid, there were some things where I'm just like, well, that's wrong because this is this and this and this and this, but then you have to press the statement, prompt the other statement to be said, and then you can present the evidence, and then it's just like, oh, what? Oh my god, what the heck? And it was just like, yeah, dude. I know, right? It was just so, sometimes this game is lovely, and this game opened up the genre of light novels and murder mystery, light novel murder mystery and like dialogue and story heavy like games open to like it opened it up for the West, so it's a very very like important game again to like video game history in many ways, and how like genres that are popular in Japan have made it into the West, but it also has its flaws. In the wrong dialogue box, so it's still technically. Oh right, it's not I found the body. I heard the time. See, that's what I mean. Like same with this one, right? It's like I heard the time, and it's like, well, you could technically you could present it here because it's just like, yeah, you wouldn't have heard the time because there was a blackout. You wouldn't have been able to hear the time anywhere in that building because there was a blackout in her entire apartment building, in her entire apartment complex, right? But if I presented it here, that would be wrong. And then it was just like, yes. I'm just gonna save here, just in case it's being silly. Just in case it's just like, oh, you should have done it in the previous dialogue box. Alright. Get your objections ready. Objection! Oh, you see? Oh god, I thought it was like, it's still there, and I'm like, you see? It's the right spot! I'm pretty sure it's the right spot. Objection! The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery, and this record proves it. Oh yeah, and if the music stops too, that's when you know you got it right. Oh man. Yeah, I will. The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawit? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now. Mr. Sawit, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That, and you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sawit. Let's hear his testimony once more, please. Testimony. Hearing the time. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. How would you see that? How would you be able to see the time from this tiny ass clock? Kind of funny that you can get away with lying if you apologize. I know, right? Jeez. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. Okay, we're gonna have to press the... Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. Hold it! The murder weapon? Yes, the table clock that was used as a weapon. That's what I just said. Did you doze off in the middle of my testimony or something? Something's fishy here. Must have been what I saw. I just wanna... I know, the music really slaps. They didn't have to go this hard with the music, it's so good. Why didn't you tell us that in the first place? I guess it just slipped my mind. I'm not really sure how it happened myself. Witness says he saw the table clock. End of story. Now find the contradiction. Oh yeah, how would he know it's a clock? Because it looks like a statue. Wait, hold on. Is this the... I think this is the one, right? Yes! We got it. Okay. Because that's what I mean. Like, because, yeah, how would he know it was a table clock just from looking at it? Because it looks like a statue more than a clock. That's right. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was the statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? What? Yeah. You with your objections and your evidence, just who do you think you are? That's the question, Mr. Sawit. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may. As the witness stated, the statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. It doesn't look like a clock. I submit it as a statue. My apologies. I see. So the murder weapon's a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness testimony was correct. This is a clock. Follows with his testimony? Yes, I do. Your Honor, There is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. But yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it! Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with a clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. God, I just love this song so much. The sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time.
Objection! Oh, what's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture.
Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock?
That day, I never. Look, the clock I heard, no. I mean, I saw. Shut up, I hate you. It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her, and he should burn, give him death.
Order in the court, I say.
Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims.
Mr. Wright, Your Honor. You claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any... Brick, did you ever notice this too? It's like when it's about to like give you a prompt to like present evidence, that the text will slow down. Did you notice that? Because like, it's like, do you have any evidence? Oh no, it's like there's sometimes it does that. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sawit heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply examine the clock's batteries, ask the neighbors. I sounded the clock. I think try sounding the clock. Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25. Certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker after all. So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now?
It's 11:25.
As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawit heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawit, try to talk your way out of this one.
You forgot one thing.
Uh-oh. What's he talking about now?
May seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow. It proved nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case.
He's right! How am I going to prove that? It's not like I have evidence that there was some sort of time difference or something like that. Again, I'm being cheeky. Damn it! I was so close, Mr. Wright. Seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sawit.
I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens! You treat me like a criminal! A criminal! You lawyers are all slime!
Grr, I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now.
Not so fast, Mr. Sawit! Chief! Listen up, Wright! Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think!
But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that.
Well, yes.
But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason, and you'll have your proof. Right?
Can you think of a reason why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Yes. Wait! Maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let him have it.
Well, right. You said the clock was already running slow of the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim?
Of course. There's a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ha! Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off.
Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow.
Ready? Take that!
Oh my gosh, wait, hold on.
The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time... Oh, this way. The time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. But it's 4 p.m. here. It's 1 a.m. the next day there.
But... Oh god. Oh god. Wait, this way. This way. This way. This way. The clock... The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast! So, it was 9 hours fast!
The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her head in her apartment was wrong! Proof enough for you, Mr. Sawit? Or should I say, Mr. Didit? Nyeh. Nyeh.
Order! Order, I say!